If you've ever felt stuck trying to say to be in Spanish, you're not alone. Unlike English, Spanish has two verbs that both mean to be, ser and estar. And knowing which one to use can feel confusing. In this video, I'll break down exactly when to use ser and when to use estar, with simple rules, clear examples. By the end, you'll have the confidence to use both correctly. No guesswork needed. Ready to master to be in Spanish? Let's get started. You're watching Airlearn Spanish, where we skip the boring stuff and help you speak like real people do, one lesson at a time. First, let's answer the big question. Why two verbs for to be? English only has one verb, to be. But Spanish splits into ser and estar, because they express different things of being. Think of ser as more permanent, essential, or defining. It's about identity, origin, characteristics, and time. On the other hand, estar is more temporary, conditional, or changing. It's about feelings, locations, and ongoing actions. Here's a quick sample to show the difference. Soy profesor. I am a teacher. That's who I am. Estoy cansado. I'm tired. That's a temporary state. You'll hear both a lot, so mastering the difference early will save you a lot of confusion. Let's start with ser, the more permanent to be. Use ser to talk about. First of all, identity. Soy Ana. I am Ana. Ella es mi amiga. She is my friend. The second one would be for origin or nationality. Soy de México. I'm from Mexico. Or somos estadounidenses. We are Americans. The third one goes for characteristics or descriptions. El coche es rojo. The car is red. Or ella es inteligente. She is intelligent. The fourth will go for profession. Él es médico. He is a doctor. Then we also use it for time and dates. Hoy es lunes. Today it's Monday. Or son las 3. It's 3 o'clock. And finally, for relationships. María es mi hermana. María is my sister. Practice this out loud. Soy estudiante. I am a student. Es importante estudiar. It's important to study. Notice these things don't usually change quickly. Your profession, your origin, your identity, so they use ser. Now on to estar, the verb for more temporary states. Use estar when talking about, first of all, location. Estoy en casa. I am at home. ¿Dónde estás? Where are you? Physical or emotional states. Estoy cansado. I am tired. Estamos felices. We are happy. The next use is for ongoing actions. For example, estoy hablando. I am speaking. Or están comiendo. They are eating. Also, we use it for temporary conditions. La sopa está caliente. The soup is hot. And el café está frío. The coffee is cold. Try saying this. Estoy enfermo hoy. I'm sick today. ¿Estás listo? Are you ready? Remember, these are mostly temporary or changing conditions. Perfect for start. This is where things get tricky and mistakes happen. Here are some common pitfalls and how to avoid them. The first one, using ser instead of estar for locations. La escuela es en la ciudad would be incorrect. The correct sentence would be La escuela está en la ciudad. The school is in the city. Locations are always estar, even permanent ones like buildings or cities. The second would be using estar for features. So, for example, ella está inteligente, it's incorrect. The correct thing will be ella es inteligente. she is intelligent. Personality and physical traits use ser because they are seen as permanent. The third one would be confusing ser and estar with adjectives that change meaning. Some adjectives change meaning depending on the verb you use. So, for example, ser aburrido, to be boring, is very different from estar aburrido, to be bored, feeling bored. Ser listo, to be clever, it's also very different from estar listo, to be ready. Ser seguro, to be safe, a safe person or thing, it's also different from estar seguro, which is to be sure, certain. This can cause funny or confusing situations if you mix them up. The fourth and last one, forgetting to conjugate correctly. Remember, ser and estar conjugate differently, and it's important to use the right form. Ser, soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. Estar, estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. Let's do a quick practice. Yo soy estudiante. Tú estás en casa. Here are some tricks that make it easier to remember when to use ser versus estar. For ser, think, doctor. It's a handy acronym for the main uses: description, occupation, characteristic, time, origin, and relationship. For example, soy alto. I am tall. This is for description. Ella es profesora. She is a teacher, so this is her occupation. Son las 5. It's 5 o'clock for time. Somos amigos. We are friends. This is for a relationship. For estar, think, place. A simple acronym for uses of estar: position, location, action, condition, and emotion. For example, estoy sentado. I'm sitting in a position. Está en la oficina. He is in the office. This is for location. Estamos estudiando. We are studying. This is an action. Estás cansado. You are tired. And this is a condition. Or, está feliz. She is happy, for emotion. Keep these acronyms in mind and you'll find it easier to decide which verb to use in any sentence. So, to wrap up, use ser for permanent or defining qualities. Use estar for temporary states and location. Remember those tricky adjectives that change meaning. And don't stress. With practice, it all becomes second nature. Thanks for watching, keep practicing, and you are one step closer to sounding like a local. Nos vemos next time.